You should always record your interactions or business with every law enforcement officer and or public official. Public officials are allowed to make mistakes without any accountability, but you, the taxpayer, are not. That is the bottom line ugly truth and the source for almost every problem with government. For example, in the Gabriel Fernandez documentary on Netflix, the public officials that were arrested for negligence, even though undeniable proof was presented, they were ultimately set free because it was ruled that they were not responsible for the culprit's actions. If the officials that we employ aren't going to perform in our best interest, shouldn't we as a society take care of each other? Well, that's one of the reasons I help the smaller channels grow. Today I want to highlight Kevin Saffold, Cop Chaser. There is something of great importance that Kevin Saffold says in this video. We don't do this to save ourselves, but ourselves and our sons. Kevin handles this altercation with great poise and professionalism. Whether you think it's racial profiling or not, Kevin is eventually free to go about his way. Was this racial profiling, or was this a case of cop hates cameraman? Either way, I'm sure everyone can agree that the stop was unlawful. One of my colleagues and true supporters pointed out that the officer shouldn't have told Kevin to contact the state and change it. Kevin pays taxes to make sure things are handled correctly on the state's end. Kevin 100% outclassed these officers and therefore gets an A+ rating. So let's go to Kevin Saffold's channel and let him know that the SJVT support team is here. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Thanks again for all your support. I'll see you over there.
As I'm traveling here in Dothan on Montana Street, Dothan police officer just turned around in traffic and initiated a traffic stop. I'm interested to see just how this progresses. Apparently they don't know that I'm a licensed driver. This is another form of harassment and racial profiling. I'm going to share this with my viewers here on Facebook and other social media. I attempted to go live, but the function on Facebook wouldn't allow me to go live, so let's just see how this turns out. What's the problem, officer?
How you doing, Mr. Saffold?
Yes, sir. What's the problem?
Mr. McCouse with the police department. The reason I stopped you is your license has been canceled.
Really?
Yes,
How do you know that?
Because I ran it whenever I saw you pass me just a minute ago.
Is that so?
It is. You have your driver's
Nah.
license on you?
Let me ask you something.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
I'm gonna ask you something because I know
you
you're
have
lying.
your-
First
do
of
you have
all,
your
this is a
driver's
form
license?
of racial profiling and harassment by the DPD because I've been filming you all and putting you on Facebook.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
Are you familiar with racial profiling?
I'm very familiar with racial profiling. I know what it is.
Well, if
That's
you-
not what this is. What
well,
this
why
is
would you stop me
what
then?
this is you don't have a license. Your
Did you
license is not valid.
did you notice me in the process of committing any crime, violating any traffic laws?
You were driving without a license.
And you know that because you just rode past me on the corner about 2 blocks ago. It takes you long than that to access my information. How did you run my information without having my DOB and my social?
Do you have your
Do
license?
you have my DOB and social?
Do you have your license?
Of course I do.
Okay. I need to see it, please.
If you give me some justification for why you stopped me.
I need to see your license, please.
No, you do not.
Okay.
Because you're lying, first of all.
Here's the deal, okay? Under state law, anytime that you were stopped and a police officer orders you to gives us your driver's license, you're required to do that.
Under state law, you're not allowed to use that let system arbitrarily. You're not allowed to run my information without some proper cause. And what is your proper cause for
Mr.
running it?
Saffold, I'm only going to ask you one more time to give me your license. Let's
I
not
don't
turn
care if
this
you
into
ask me
something-
30
let's not
times.
turn
I
this-
have driver's license and you don't have no reason to stop
Let's
me.
not turn this into something that doesn't have to be.
If I'm turning into what it is, it's a racial profiling, and that's why I'm recording you. I'm gonna ask you to get your supervisor out here because I know you're lying.
My supervisor's right there.
Okay, fine. Have him come out here then. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get to the bottom of this right here.
Okay, let's get to the bottom of it. Your
Yeah.
license has been canceled.
So you say.
Okay.
But I say otherwise. You didn't run my license. You lying. You didn't run my license. Officer
Did run your
McAllister.
license.
No, you did not.
I've got it pulled up if you'd like to come see
Okay.
it.
Well,
Check
see about
1027
that.
status on Bravo Mike Kevin Saffold.
and this is what I've been reporting on right here on Facebook and other viewers on social media, especially on YouTube. I want you all to tune in and see just how the law enforcement here in Dothan is conducting, how our taxpayers' money is being spent. Because I have recorded these people and I have exposed
Carl.
them, they have continued to harass me on every corner.
He wants to talk to my supervisor and you're it right now.
Yes, sir. Your request supervisor,
I am. You are.
Connor.
You Corporal Connor. Now this officer, I asked him what was the proper cause of him initiating this traffic stop, and he lied to me. The same reason I was stopped several days ago when I videotaped you as well as Officer Beatty for the same type of activity when I was riding through Johnson home and was stopped for no apparent reason.
I was the acting supervisor on scene that day, yes.
Okay, good. Now I want you to instruct him to ask him What was his purpose for stopping me, and what traffic laws am I suspected of violating? Ask him that.
He explained that to you, sir.
He did not explain that to me because I have not been cited for any violation. He does not. He don't have me suspicious of.
3 violations that day.
Well, I'm talking about this. That's a whole new day. This is September 7th, 2017. It's a whole new day.
What did he say?
Ask him. Ask him. He may tell you the truth, but he told me a lie.
Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to change your opinion here by asking him.
So I'm saying to you, what is the probable cause for him stopping me and asking me for anything? What is the probable cause? Can you ask him that? Because you don't know, you just pulled up.
Whatever he told you.
And that's a lie. So I'm asking you, what is the probable cause?
Whatever he told you.
So what's the purpose? Bring your supervisor out here because apparently you don't seem to be correcting his behavior. You in cahoots with his behavior. You have an axe to grind. You have an axe to grind because I've exposed you here on YouTube and Facebook also as being tantamount to a killer. You just almost assassinated a man 5 or 6 years ago. You still on the force. Well, you shot Abraham Howard several times, unarmed man in the vehicle.
Listen, do you want to speak to me or not?
I want to speak to your supervisor because you're not resolving the issue.
The other one's in the round.
Please do.
In the meantime, you need to get your license, proof of insurance.
I'm looking for it, but I'm going to ask him.
You're not looking for it.
Well, I'm looking for it. If you,
No, you're not.
I'm in the process of looking for
No,
it.
you're not.
But I can give you information if you need it.
Well, provide it to this officer.
Okay, well, I'm waiting for your supervisor to get here.
Are you still going to refuse to give me your license?
I'm not refusing to give you anything. I'm looking for it.
You still haven't given it to me.
Because you still hadn't told me the truth about why you
I
stopped
told
me.
you the truth. More than once. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to make up your version of the truth.
This ain't no version. I'm not making up anything. I'm citing exactly what you're doing.
You make up your version of the truth if you want to. That's fine. But the truth
Okay.
is your license is canceled.
According to you. I say otherwise. And I'm going to prove to you otherwise when your supervisor get here. And I'm going to prove that you're lying because you didn't run them.
Okay.
How long did it take to get licensed, matter of fact? How long did it take to go get them? You don't know?
My license has always been current since I've been
Okay.
16. I've never lost it.
Okay.
For driving suspended and driving.
Well, you need to be doing something else,
I've never
driving a
had
garbage
my
truck,
I've
because you don't need
never
to be
had
an
my
officer.
vehicle towed for
You don't have the integrity it take to be a peace officer. You need to be driving a garbage truck somewhere,
Oh, yeah.
because you're not a police officer. You're a racist skinhead, and you along with the rest of your crew. That's what you are. You're a racist skinhead, and you're a liar, and you're deceptive. And you don't have the integrity to wear that badge. I'm going to make sure that this complaint go formal right here, and it's going to go viral.
I'll
make sure of that.
I'll give you all the information you need to do.
I got enough information. What's your badge number, by the way?
1138.
1138? Okay,
You
fine.
want my card? I got a card.
Yeah, give me your card. 'Cause I'm going to file a complaint on you as soon as I leave
Here you go.
this stop. This is Officer Blake McAllister. Badge number
There's 2 C's
1138.
and 2 L's. Make sure that you spell it right.
Okay, I'll make sure I spell it right. I'm going to attach your card as an addendum to my complaint.
That'd be great.
So people have a tendency to think I make this stuff up against these people, but I don't make this stuff up. These people ride around and harass and attempt to intimidate. Now, I've already placed copies of everything on Facebook and other forms of social media just to let people know this is what we can expect from these people on a daily basis. It's just not Kevin Saffold they're harassing. It's any black male. This is what happens in Dothan on a daily basis. Now you got viewers on here that say, man, why don't you just give me your license? Well, sometimes you have to take these things to the next level in order to get some real understanding and some real truth out of these people, because the truth from them don't even exist. Now I was just spotted a couple blocks up the street, and because of the incident that took place on Saturday, September 3rd, 2017 here in Dothan, I was stopped by an officer in Beatty along with this same Corporal Connor and cited for not having a driver license, not having insurance, not having a proper tag, and for not producing a felon registration card, which is required in the state of Alabama. Now, I was released and allowed to go on about my business after receiving 3 violations and a warning ticket about the mutilated, altered tag. And also, in order for him to determine or ascertain that my tag was not valid, he had to run my tag in. Now, a lot of people say, okay, well, all they had to do is look at your tag. No, they couldn't just look at that tag. The tag had a September decal on it, and there was no way to look at that tag and tell it was not current. Okay, I didn't produce an insurance card because I didn't feel like he was being truthful with me. And when you start lying to me, then all truth and all respect goes out the window. I have no respect for racist supremacists, skinheads, Klansmen, and deceitful police officers masquerading as peace officers. These people are not law enforcement. These people are dirty cops, and I call them for what they are. They're a group of Klansmen, a group of bullies, and I call them exactly as I see them. Now, I want his supervisor to come out here because the supervisor's on duty We've already had conflict. I've already called him out. If you watch the previous video, which by the way, Facebook removed from my page after these people, somebody complained, I had it removed, and which it showed the same activity. But it's amazing how God managed to work things out. Praise God, and all praises due to God. This is not my doing, but we about to show them for what they are right now and make this whole escapade, this whole facade they're doing, come crumbling down. And if our chief of police and our mayors and our city commissioners won't do anything about this, and we've asked for help from the NAACP, we've asked for help from everybody, but I'm saying my movement now is to save ourselves, and then save our sons. In order to do that, we have to press forward with the truth. So this is a job that somebody has to do. So for those who don't know and haven't followed, Kevin Saffold here on Facebook, go follow before you make comments. For those who are police sympathizers and those who are involved in other racist supremacist groups and those who are bootlicking, ass-kissing house Negroes, stay off this page. I appreciate you don't comment because I will come for you. It's that plain and simple. You come on my page and you don't like what you're seeing, then you need to move on to the next page. I have approximately 5,000 friends on Facebook, and those are the people who I reach out to on a daily basis. So if you're really not a friend of mine here on Facebook and you don't follow what I do and you have a problem with me talking, speaking out against the police and being an advocate for those less fortunate, my mission is for Bravo Mike, a.k.a. the black male. So if you have a problem with that, I would say get the hell off this page. If you tender-hearted and you friends with the police, get the hell off my page. Now, I don't have a problem with actual peace officers doing their job. But when you have racist skinheads parading around in police cars that we pay the taxpayers' money to provide, and they go around here violating their own laws in order to perfect their own agenda, I have a problem with that. So this is not proper policing. This is harassment. This is a form of intimidation, and this is a way to seemingly get back at those who don't respect their clan. So now I make this point to pretty much to validate my point that I've shown in the last couple of days. These people are abusing their power. These people are committing police misconduct, and we're continuing to vote for these politicians whose job is to hold these people accountable. They're responsible for selecting, training, and paying, and making sure these officers do their job properly. And this is not what we're seeing here. So I have a problem with that. Now I've requested another supervisor come on to the scene aside from Corporal Connor. Corporal Connor is also the same corporal. If you look up in Google, Abraham Howard shot by a dozen police officers, you'll see Corporal Connor fire numerous shots into a vehicle of an unarmed man. And this is why I can't have respect for him. He's still on this police force and even got ranked since then. And so you see there are several police officers who have arrived at the scene. But I'm only interested in talking to somebody with some authority and hopefully put this squarely in the face of the public. And people say, hey man, you ain't scared these people to kill you, or you ain't scared these people to do something to you. Well, they may do something to me, and I don't have no doubt they will, because I know they're trained killers. But what I want to know is, I want to be able to put this stuff out here on the public and let them know there's a reason why. If I die, I die for good reason. And that's why I have all the insurance that money could buy. But one thing you'll learn about me on here is that I speak the truth and I stand behind the truth. And that's the only way I'm going to be out here. The truth is on my side. The law is on my side.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You the supervisor on duty?
Yes, sir. One of them.
Excuse me. You the sergeant?
Yes, sir.
All right, sergeant. Now I asked the officer, he stopped me and said that he wanted to run my license or whatever, wanted to give him my license. I asked him what were the proper cause for initiating this stop.
Because
and I told, listen, let me just say what I'm saying first.
Your license is showing in the state system is canceled.
Okay, well you want to hear me out, and then I don't mind providing information to you, but I know he's lying, okay? And so if you come up here and automatically assume that he's telling the truth, then I'm gonna dispel that truth if you just listen to me.
Okay.
I asked him why did he stop me to begin with? I felt like he was abusing the police power. First of all, if he ran my license, which he say he did, which I know he didn't, how would you run my license without having my DOB and social? He ride around with it in his car with him?
Because you're well known in the city. You're also well known for driving without a driver.
And I'm also well known for filming the police and exposing the corruption and racial profiling, which is what I'm doing today. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, I have a valid driver's license.
Okay.
And I will show you this valid driver's license. Okay. But I'm saying, is it proper for him to just run my information randomly.
Yes, if he has reasonable suspicion that you don't have a driver's license.
And where would that reasonable suspicion come from?
Which the state is showing on our system that it's canceled.
Okay.
And when they ran it through NCIC.
Did you run it? Did you run it yourself and know this?
Yes.
You did run it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to show you, if you allow me, I'm going to show you
that's
something
fine.
to dispel that notion, because I know that if you ran it, if I got a valid driver's license and I got the reinstatement letter here to show you that my license is valid, that's my driver's license right there.
The state hasn't.
Okay.
Apparently hasn't updated that.
Apparently,
and that's
well,
what we have to go by.
Okay. Well, what you should go by is the people around here committing crimes, breaking laws and shooting and killing people and putting guns to babies' head. That should be the crime that you are pursuing instead of chasing Kevin Saffold down because you don't like it. Because I speak badly. I know that you haven't, but I'm saying this officer has stopped me on numerous occasions. Okay. It don't take but 30 minutes to go to the DMV and get some driver's license.
Okay.
So what he going on is based on what his buddies told him. I don't have a driver's license. He spotted me 2 blocks away. It takes longer than that to make a phone call home.
It's showing on the computer that your license is
It
canceled.
takes longer than that to make a phone call home, man. I know how long he was behind me.
I'm just telling you because I saw it.
Well, I'm gonna file a complaint against him. And it shows his video will show him turning the block at that last traffic light. He turned around and followed me to this spot. It takes longer than that.
Do you know how to file a complaint?
Of course I do.
Okay.
And I got plenty of them on my computer.
And you're well within your right to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I would suggest contacting the state and ask them to update your DMV record. Okay.
Well, see, I don't have to do that because I got the reinstatement letter in my possession. I got my driver's license in my possession. I got my insurance in my possession, and that's a valid tag. So there was no reason for him to stop me.
If you get, we don't know that. We have to go by what the state of Alabama. When we run you on the program that we have called Move, we go by that.
Okay.
And then dispatch does a check on the primary database through a NCIC, which updates more currently than Move. We don't have access to that. What we run is through Move. It's Alabama Mobile Officer Virtual Environment is what it's called.
And I'm sure it takes more than 30 seconds to come back. I've been stopped by the police 75 to 100 times. I know it takes more than 5 seconds for it to come back. He followed me from that traffic light, which is 2 blocks away, to this point right here. He didn't have time to get dispatch on the phone and to check all this move.
Dispatch doesn't check that. We check it in the car, sir.
Okay, well, I doubt he had time to type my name in and get a response back that fast. But if he did, it's still a form of racial profiling because he spotted me knowing this is the truck that I drive and seeing Kevin Saffold and decided he wanted to stop
it.
him.
It's not racial profiling.
Okay, well, what is it then? Is it, you call that good policing?
It's a traffic stop.
It's a traffic stop.
Yes, sir.
It ain't no random traffic stop because he know who I am, so it's not random.
Okay, but it's not racial.
Okay, I call it racial because I've called him out several times, and you don't ride behind white men and stop them, so I call it racial because you don't do this anywhere else.
Do you think that we never stop white people, sir?
I see you stop white people, but you don't ride behind them 3 blocks and see who they are and decide to want to stop them. I'm around this town filming every day, all day, and you know that, and everybody else knows that. So if don't nobody else know, I know. I'm on the scene on every scene. Every time I see the lights come on.
Not on the scene on every scene.
Well, everyone I can get to. And especially where it concerns Corporal Connor and Officer Beatty and this Officer McAllister. Where it concerns them, I make my business to be on the scene because I know what they do.
Well, you're not on every scene that they're on. I know that for a fact.
Well, I try my best to be. I don't mean literally on every scene.
And you're welcome to.
Yeah, well, this is going to be exposed. The last video I put on there, some members of DPD apparently had it removed. But this one won't be removed. This one's going to be on YouTube, Facebook, and other social media.
We're all filming too.
Okay, good.
And we don't edit our videos.
I don't edit mine.
All right.
I don't edit mine.
As far as I'm concerned, you're free to go, okay?
Okay, well, now why am I free to go and you didn't just run them? I don't understand now. It don't make sense to me. It's adding up to me.
Because I already ran it.
You say you ran it.
Here, yes.
You say you ran it in what?
I ran it on Move.
And what happened?
He ran it on Dispatch.
And so what happened when you ran it?
When I ran it, it showed up canceled. When he ran it through Dispatch checked it through NCIC and it comes back current.
Oh, okay. So basically he stopped me for nothing then. So he stopped me for nothing.
That's a discrepancy with the state of Alabama. We have no control over that.
Now ain't nobody gonna believe this. You just told me I need to contact the state and get them to update it. But he just contacted somebody and it says current.
Yes.
So basically it's a blooper. So basically he owed me an apology for stopping me and harassing me in public.
No,
basically.
sir.
He don't owe me an apology. Huh?
It's a good faith stop.
A good faith stop.
Yes,
what you
sir.
call it? Okay. Y'all have a good day then on y'all good faith.
Have a good day.
Yeah. This is what we have right here. This is what we have right here patrolling our streets right now. If anybody else just noticed the fallacy in these stories they telling? Yeah. It's just me. This is ridiculous. One of them stopped and said he ran it through. He followed me for less than 10 seconds, and I pulled over. He said he ran my license and they were invalid. Then when I asked for the supervisor, he come up and said, yeah, they were invalid, but he ran it again through dispatch and found they were